Let us talk about another important term related to IoT, that is IoT platform. IoT platform means the whole platform, the various devices which are connected to this IoT. The Internet of Things. It strives to connect devices remotely for seamless functioning and the ease of operation. We have devices which are placed at remote places, which are placed separately from each other, and they can be connected together. So that whole thing that forms the IoT platform. An IoT platform, it bridges the gap between the device sensors and the data network. If we have this whole platform, it will bridge the gap between the various sensors and the device network. An IoT platform, basically it is a set of components that allow the developers to spread out the applications, to remotely collect the data, to secure the connectivity and execute the sensor management. So when we talk about this platform means here the whole set of components. The whole set of components which will perform all these application of collecting the data, application of providing the connectivity, doing these sensor management in case required, executing the various applications. So this whole, it forms the IoT platform. An IoT platform, it manages the connectivity of the devices, and it allows the developers to build new mobile software applications. It facilitates the collection of data from devices, and it enables the business transformation. It connects different components, ensuring an uninterrupted flow of communication between these various devices. So we need to have a proper platform. We need to have a proper platform where we can connect all these components, because IoT is what? We are connecting all these components, they're exchanging their data, their different sensors which is sending some kind of information, and according to that certain actions gets performed. So this whole set of components, this forms this IoT platform. So IoT platform, basically if it is said, it is a set of components that allow the developers to spread out the application, to remotely collect the data, and to secure the connectivity and execute this sensor management. So this is what is IoT platform. Now we have types of IoT platform here. The first one is the hardware development platform. Hardware development platform, it provides the physical development boards for creating the IoT devices, including the microcontroller, the microprocessor, the systems on the chip, which is called SoC, the system on the module, that is called SOM. So the very first type of platform is a hardware development environment. Hardware is where we provide the physical development board for creating these IoT devices. Since we have all the sensors, we need to connect them. So there are different microcontrollers, different microprocessors. We have different systems on chips, system on module. They have to be connected together. So that is called the hardware development platform. Second one we have here is the app development platform. It serves as an integrated development environment, which is called IDE in short, with tools and features for coding these applications. See, we need to have, if these platforms, we need to have a proper communication, proper coding application to be inbuilt for these devices to communicate with each other. So we have a proper integrated development environment that is known as the app development environment. It will serve as IDE with tools and features for coding the applications. How these applications, they are communicating with each other. A proper coding has to be done. So this is done at the app development platform. The third here we have the connectivity platform. Connectivity platform, it will provide the communication technologies to connect the physical objects with the data center. It can be on the premises or on the cloud, that it can be remote at some remote server also, and they transmit the information between them. So this is called connectivity platform, where the communication technologies, they connect these physical objects, our sensors, our devices with the data centers. Now the data center, it can be there within the premises as well as on the cloud. That is called connectivity platform. The various providing various communication technologies to connect the physical objects with the data center. Then we have next one, another kind of platform, that is called analytics platform. Analytics platform, it uses the intelligent platform technique to analyze the collected information, and now it has to be transformed into the actionable insight to deliver the result to the customer. Analytics means the whatever data has been collected from the devices, now they have to be converted into a proper set of actions. They have to be converted, the collected information has to be transformed into certain actionable insight to provide the result to our customer. So that task, it is performed at the analytics platform. Then we have the last one, that is the end-to-end IoT platform. It end-to-end IoT platform, it covers all the IoT products from development and connectivity to data management and to visualization. End-to-end IoT platform, which will connect all these products, whether they are related to the development, whether they are related to the connectivity, whether they are related to the data management, anywhere. So they connect, they cover all those IoT products. So that is why that is called end-to-end IoT platform. So if we are going to talk about the various components that we are trying to connect to each other, so there are different platforms for connecting these components. We have hardware development platform for providing the physical development boards. We have the app development platform, which serve as an integrated development environment for the coding application. We have the connectivity platform, which will provide the communication technologies to connect the physical objects. Then we have the analytic platform, which will do this task of analyzing the collected information and delivering it to the customer. Then we have the last one, that is the end-to-end platform, which will cover all the aspects of the IoT products, whether they are related to the development, they are related to connectivity, data management, data visualization, or any kind of task. That is why we called it end-to-end IoT platform. Now, if we discuss about some real life example of these platforms for IoT. So here we are going to discuss about three use cases. First is the consumer IoT platform. Second is the industrial, or we can say agricultural IoT platform. Third one is going to be enterprise or the commercial IoT platform. Talking about the very first one, that is the consumer IoT platform. Suppose, what is the use case here? This is a car company. Our car company, it reaches into the home to connect multiple devices to provide an arriving home service. That means there are people who are using this service, which is known as arriving home service. What happens when we reach home? We want the lights to be on, we want the thermostat to be on, we want the music to be on, and they're all it all gets done automatically. These are all automated application. These can be done with the help of IoT devices. So we want multiple devices to provide us the arriving home service, where we have the lights, music, and the thermostat. They are all automated through one application routine. So that is one use case where we can use this consumer IoT platform. Who are the customers here? Who are going to use this arriving home service? These are going to be the individuals in the home. Then connectivity, how is the connectivity being provided? Connection to the breadth of devices in a hundreds. How is the permission here? The permission, it is being taken nuanced That means it is being taken in from the customer themselves. So this is one use case of this IoT platform, that is called consumer IoT platform. Second use case that we can see here is the industrial agricultural IoT platform. Now, how can we use this? Sensors data. It is collected from multiple gas tanks on a farm. On a farm, we have multiple gas tanks. We are going to collect sensor data from that to monitor the fuel levels and to provide the alerts when the tanks are being tampered with or when the fuel levels are low. What do we want? If we have a proper farm in which the fuel level has to be maintained. If the fuel level is low, all the tasks that is being done at the farm, it will get stopped. Any tempering means if there is any person tempering into that, it has to be detected properly. So there is sensor data which is collected from multiple gas tanks onto a farm to monitor the fuel levels and to provide the alerts when the tanks are being tempered with, and when the fuel levels are low. So this is the data that we can collect with the help of our sensors. This is the usage of this IoT into the industrial or the agricultural use. Who are the customers here? Now we have the machines. We have the new or the legacy systems that are being used into the factory or into the office. So these are the customers. We have number of machines which are going to be ultimately used by the people of the organization. So they are going to be the customers. Then we have the connectivity. The connectivity we have from the control set of devices. Suppose we have the fuel tanks, we have the monitoring to be done at various places into the farm. So that connectivity has to be provided to the control set of devices. And the permission here, it is simple. Now another type of platform that we can have here is the enterprise commercial IoT platform. How can we use it? A lightning service level. It is provided through a network of light bulbs throughout one building. We have one switch with the help of which we can switch on and switch off the entire set of lights all over throughout the building. So there we are using this IoT platform into the enterprises or for the commercial purpose. Who are the consumers here? Who are the customers here? The large commercial building, the retail space, they can use it. In the offices, we can use it, connecting to the controls device set. So those are going to maybe our customer for this kind of IoT platform. Connectivity, here we have within the control set of devices again, that which all devices can be used for this IoT, and the permission again here will be simply from the customers themselves. So these are few platforms in a way we can use this IoT. It can be used generally for the consumer, providing them with arriving home service. It can be used at the industries, alerting the people uh, in case of any tempering or in case of any changes in case of for the purpose of monitoring the fuel levels and all. It can be used for the commercial or for the enterprise purpose, for switching on and off or for of the light devices, or for various other purposes like maintaining the temperature at a particular area. All those devices can be all those things can be done with the help of these IoT platforms. Now talking about some real time examples of IoT. Today we are using these IoT for number of purposes. For the health monitoring, they are being used. Doctors into the hospitals, they are using these IoT for monitoring all kinds of activities that are taking place in the hospital. Like we have discussed, if the pacemaker, it is being connected into the heart of a person, so the it can monitor the activities that are going on into the in body with the help of sensors. So health monitoring, it can be done with the help of these IoT devices. We have the self-driving cars. Now, how are these self-driving cars? How will they operate? There will not be any driver to manage these cars, but how will these cars be managed? With the help of various sensors which are connected onto this car which will detect any kind of hindrance into the path, which will detect any kind of person which is coming in between, any kind of uh, hurdles that are coming in between. So there are number of sensors which are to be connected if we are using these self-driving car. And how will these devices communicate? How will these sensors communicate with each other? Only with the help of IoT application. We have our smartphones, smart homes. In our smart homes, we are using Alexa. We are using Alexa to switch on and off the light. We are using Alexa for switching off the geyser, for switching on to the microwave oven. So we have our smart homes where we are using these IoT. We have smart farming. Smart farming, like we want to monitor the levels of certain fuel tanks. We want to monitor any kind of tempering that is being done. So at that places we can do this all this activities with the help of IoT application. This is called smart farming nowadays. Then we have fitness tracker. We have like we have our smartwatch which also works as a fitness tracker. In what way it works as fitness tracker? It will keep, whenever we exercise, it will keep on counting our steps, it will keep on counting our activities that we are doing. So fitness tracker, it is again an important application that people are using nowadays to keep themselves fit. It is another example of IoT application only. Then we have smart city. Smart city, what happens into the smart cities? Suppose it is everywhere air conditioned. So how this air conditioning, centralized air conditioning takes place? With the help of these IoT application only. We have sensors which keep on regulating the temperature of the places. We have uh, lights connected everywhere. Now, is it possible to switch on and off each and every switch into the smart city? No, it can be very well done with the help of just one sensor. So smart cities, it is another example of IoT application. Then into our smart factories, we are using our IoT application. Into the hospitality and tourism, nowadays into the hotels, we have all the sensors connected. If we go to the washroom, then the sensors are connected for switching on to the shower. So at the hospitality, for the tourism purpose, to make it more easier for people, to make it more comfortable, thus making the stay more comfortable for the people into the hospitals, these people in the hotels, they are using all the IoT enabled devices. Then we have into the retail sector, we are using this IoT application. For the smart grids, we are using all these IoT applications. So these are all some examples we are where we are using these IoT enabled devices to make our lives easy and comfortable.